Greetings from overcast Southern California. Got some things on my mind I just want to share. One of those things has to do with being a watcher. And not that I'm by any means all-knowing what's going on in the world, but I am observant, and I'm sure there are others out there that are, biblically literate and are watching what's going around in our world. And so it's safe to say that a watcher is someone who's paying attention and wants to warn other people. And so we are living in the last days for sure. And so just some of the thoughts that in recent times, as I go through my notes, there were some, obviously people know it, but there were some Chinese spy balloons that had gone through our nation. And at first we just kind of let them float around and do what they're going to do. And then finally someone decided to start shooting them down, which I thought that was kind of interesting that it took so long to respond. And what exactly were they getting and why were they there, And so that's just an observation. And then I came across an interesting article. It talked about the Trojan horse at the border, and what they were saying in this particular article I was reading is that they, not only were there lots of men coming across our southern border, some of them probably criminals, etc., but what they noticed was that there was lots of Chinese men, military-age Chinese men who were coming across our southern border. Now, why are they doing that? What's going on here? And so it's just interesting to note that. And so I was just pondering that for a moment. And another thing that I was thinking about was Microsoft. Okay, just came out the other day, and they said this the CCP, Chinese Communist Party, hacked into some of our nation's infrastructure. Now, they're saying, DHS is saying that this is critical because it's causing a grave threat to our country. And so I'm thinking, why are they doing this? So you factor in the balloons, the men that are coming across, Chinese men coming across, and now a threat to our infrastructure through some hack job. And to me, it's very obvious that, I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any means. I'm just observant and watching what's going on and paying attention to what's going on. And it seems to me like there's a strategy, if not an all-out assault against the sovereignty of the United States of America. And so that's just food for thought on that end. Another thing that really caught my attention, and the patriotic side of me was a little perturbed and upset about it, but the biblical side of me was stirred. And what took place yesterday at the Geneva was a convention sponsored by the WHO, the World Health Organization. And they were talking about, their agenda to gain sovereignty over the entire world when it comes to a health crisis. And so they had this convention with all the nations represented, all the nations represented. And not one of the members of any of these nations said anything to, as to why they're doing it, who do they think they are. Nobody opposed it. They're pretty much all in for relinquishing their sovereignty. Now, our own president just, at the beginning of the year, he relinquished our sovereignty in a sense to the World Health Organization in case there's a crisis, they can have control on how we respond, what we do, etc. And I thought, here's this convention that's taking place, and who brought it up was a former Congresswoman, Michelle Bachmann. You know, she's no longer in Congress, but she's a political observer and a reporter of sorts. And so she's there, and she says that there wasn't one representative in this particular meeting from the United States, no congressmen, no senators, nobody from the White House, no press whatsoever from any of the news sites were present there to ask any questions, because they have like 300 amendments that they're going to basically put into play that's going to basically steal away the sovereignty of every nation in the world and basically amend their own government authority. And that's what really got me mad as a patriot, that who do they think they are doing this? And then the other fact was that there was one delegate from the United States, and they basically gave them a thumbs up, says, you know what, go ahead and take over our nation. And this is all going to happen by next year, May 2024. And so Michelle Bachmann was bringing this to the attention. I caught this article. I'll try to post it in the link below, but you know, if you want to watch the video, that's up to you. But it really made me upset to think that, you know, they're going to yield our sovereignty to some organization, and nobody is saying anything about it. And then the last thing that really bothered me is that the World Health Organization came out yesterday and said there's a potential another pandemic, scamdemic, whatever you want to call it, that is going to hit it's coming soon to a place near you that's going to be even worse than the last one. And so, are they planning this? Are they? Is there an agenda here? You know, I'm just saying they're trying to steal away our sovereignty as a nation. You know, one of the things that really, you know, puts the thumb in the eye of most nations is the fact that we have a Second Amendment here. Now, I'm not telling us to be gun-toting, you know, conservatives, but you know, that is one of the factors in them not just overthrowing our government as is. You know, but like I said, biblically speaking, you know, a one world government. Yeah, I know it says something like that in Revelation 13 or somewhere, but anyways, that's all being set up, man. It's all being set up, and so I just wanted to bring this to some people's attention. And so, hopefully, you are one who's, you know, got your finger in the air, watching what's going on in the world and paying attention. You're in your Bible, you're reading it, you're studying it, you're looking at what's going on, and maybe there's a sense of anticipation and excitement, like I feel, my wife and I feel. You know, we are constantly, you know, paying attention to what's going on. Things are changing so fast, so quickly right now, that it's time to wake up. If you're sleeping and you're living your casual Christian life and thinking, you know, I'm going to have my little nest egg here and, you know, living your life for your retirement and whatever the case might be, I'm telling you, I'm telling you to go stand on a mountaintop and wear a white robe. But I'm saying, you know what? You need to be aware of what's going on. You need to be, you know, keep the main thing the main thing. So that's all I want to leave you with until next time. Keep on keeping on.